So I don't know if y'all recently saw, there's this whole big debacle about True's Kitchen on, you know what I mean? The video on Twitter where the owner of True's Kitchen came up to the girls and was like, we want you, how can I have these black men, 75% of my customers are women. How can I make black men respect you if y'all won't even respect yourself?
Let me say what I gotta say about that.
Yeah.
Number one,
you guys can
we don't do anything for your satisfaction.
Yeah.
Nothing. We don't care. I respect, if I want to twerk in a restaurant, that does not mean I don't respect myself.
Yeah.
You have the DJ playing twerk music and expecting people not to twerk.
I said the same
My
thing.
leg would get the shaking too.
I'm a body yada. Like, what?
So really, who's at fault? Like, that really irritated me because why does anything have to, why is this even about men? What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly.
Where did men come
I feel
from?
like since like being a girl, you realize like even from your young in school to when you grow up, like everything you do, any rules or regulations that are set for females are always based off of a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. You can't wear your spaghetti strap.
Even like you can't do
you
certain
showing too much
men
shoulder
are in
for
here.
who?
Like shoulder for who? Like you can't do, and I feel like that's probably my biggest pet peeve about society. Like the way that they treat women, especially the black woman. It's like everything we do is dictated.
You playing body yaddy, you playing
Like, you know.
Like if that's the
Throw that
case,
ass in a circle.
play some Maxwell,
What did you
play
just
some
say?
Sade, like
Some Ari
don't-
Lennox.
You could have played some
Yeah.
jazz or some shit.
Like have live
the
music in there.
scenery was
yeah,
off.
to me, people were like saying like, okay, but y'all don't go to Cheesecake Factory and twerk, but like
Cheesecake Factory
also
don't
Cheesecake
play twerk
Factory is
music.
not playing twerk music.
Cheesecake Factory doesn't even have a DJ.
They're not ever gonna be.
They're playing elevator music.
That's elevator music.
I'm eating my cheesecake and
I feel
I'm
I'm going to get up. I get up.
I feel like necessarily his only problem should have been with them standing on his furniture.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even then, he did not have to address the whole
He didn't have to-
restaurant.
They made
PSA.
it. They made it about the furniture. How would you feel if people stand on your furniture? But my thing is, you in that you did not say
He didn't say
my
nothing about
furniture.
furniture. He
didn't
You were
say
talking
anything
about
about the
the
furniture.
black woman,
Yes.
like you were
And
policing
that
black
twerking,
women and
like, what?
twerking,
Exactly.
and it bothered me more so because I feel like when you go to brunch, you go to have a good time.
You're getting lit.
You go
They're
to
serving
get lit.
slushies and Douce bottles.
Like you're
what?
not a high scale restaurant, upscale.
It's a black event. You're catering to black people. You know how your people are.
And if there's a DJ in the building, why are you even like? I've never heard a DJ play elevator music. If it's a DJ, you're gonna want to get up. You're gonna.
Right.
You may not want to twerk. It may not be twerk music, but it's gonna be dance. Like
Exactly.
you gonna want to get crunk.
Yeah.
So I just don't
I
understand.
feel like he should have if he really wanted to kick them out that bad, he should have went back to the table as he did the
And
first
asked them
time.
You should just ask them to leave.
Can y'all-
Yes, he didn't have to make a PSA.
Like,
It didn't have to be a
And it
post
should have been
service.
get the
And then you
out of my
cussed at
restaurant.
them. I don't need your
Yeah,
fucking
that's
money.
when it would have I lost. Not a grown
But
woman.
someone said on Twitter, like it was on Twitter, this one lady was like, literally you sit there, you're serving slushies and Douce bottles,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
then it's a 2-hour wait to get food.
Yeah.
And then to top that up, do you think people are going to be drunk if you keep serving them alcohol?
and they don't have any
Yes.
food.
And they don't have any food.
Exactly.
So like what do you expect? Like
What
no, you should have
really
been bringing complimentary fried green tomatoes and something
Yeah.
around
Salsa,
the table,
rolls,
chips.
bread.
What really needs to happen is him and his entire team needs to sit down and
Y'all need to
reevaluate because
reevaluate how
having a
y'all
DJ
do.
playing twerk music plus a no twerking policy plus y'all not
Douce
getting your food but you
and
can get
slushies.
drunk, that's not gonna work.
Exactly.
Like, you're gonna keep having this problem because
100%
you
sure.
drink on an empty stomach, one, you're gonna get
Play
drunk.
Jamie Foxx.
You're drunk and you hear DJ playing twerk music, you're gonna twerk. If
Some
you
do like, come on, go ahead.
Oh, moving into my next question that I want to ask y'all, because we're talking about like black women and like not necessarily the things y'all go through, but like just lives in general. Would you say that colorism has played a role in like how y'all move in society, or how has colorism affected you?
I'll go first because I feel like mine personally, like I know like my take on colorism definitely is not as great or as intense as like any of probably my friends, considering that I am a light skinned woman, so like I don't get the worst end of the stick. But I do have a sister who is lighter than me, and I remember growing up, like I'll never forget this. I remember growing up, everyone would just be like, "Oh, your sister's so pretty, like y'all just like Savannah's so much lighter than you, like she's so much lighter." So in my mind, I always thought like lighter was like better, you know? What I mean?
Yeah.
And that Growing really up, I did- thought that too. Yeah, and like that really did hurt me. And thinking like I'm already light skinned, like, I'm already considered a light skinned woman, so like my sister being even lighter than me, people taking that as a reason to compare us hurt me, and I'm already yellow. So I was just like, damn, like, what exactly? I was like, we look exactly alike, but then people just somehow found like Savannah was better because she was lighter. It sucks. Like, I wish that women, especially, it makes me even more mad when women, we pit each other against each other for our skin tones. You know what I mean? Because my mom is like a chocolate to dark skinned woman, and she's told me about the stuff that she's went through, and it hurts me. You know what I mean? To think like my mom got called names or was bullied because her skin tone. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking like those things that I'm never gonna really understand. And for that, I sit and I apologize to y'all if y'all have ever had to go through that. Like, from y'all's friends, being a close friend to y'all, like, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're such a crybaby.
She is. She's crying. I'm trying not. Oh, please don't cry.
I don't know, I've always got those little compliments like, oh, you're so pretty for a black girl, like, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl, like, and I'm not even that dark, not to say the dark is a bad thing, but like,
just don't make me.
I don't know, I feel like it's always been like a notion that like lighter is better. I don't know. I feel like that's always just been a thing. I never just really like dealt with it or like just addressed it, but like I feel like that's always just been a thing, and I just be like, I mean, I know I'm pretty, so
right. At this point, it's still an issue that presents itself in society today, but like for me, I mean, I don't really experience colorism today. Like, I mean, I feel like men still like me, women still like me. I still have friends. I personally have a lot of confidence in myself, and I know I'm pretty. But yes, girl, when I say I went through an entire identity crisis when I was in literally elementary school. Like, I did not want to be alive. I did not want to be black. I didn't want to be brown. I didn't want to be like, I wanted to literally be like Hispanic or white. Like, I wanted to have my hair straightened all the time. Like, I used to get colorist like backlash so much growing up. Like, if I would have known like what suicide was and what, like, you know, it meant to like take your life and like end your temporary pain, like I probably would have killed myself, because it was just bad. Like, and it was like people who, like, my best friends at the time were the ones like behind my back, like being like colorist, and it was like, and they weren't, I was the only black girl in my entire like class, so it was just that much worse. And I'm not, like she said, like, dark-skinned women are beautiful, but I'm not dark. I'm brown. I'm like milk, chocolate, or whatever. So I can only imagine what an actual dark-skinned woman would have experienced growing up, and especially like my darker, like, African sisters who they really be going through it. Today, little kids in school, and it's just really sad, because if you're black, I think you automatically are beautiful. Like, what we're made of is just different. Like, you can't just find this anywhere. So for people to really like put you on a pedestal based on the color of your skin when you're still black, like, that's actually absurd to me. Exactly.
So basically, growing up, I thought lighter was better too. But now, like, that I've grown up and I've got to like experience like different races, I feel like we're the best, hands down. Like, I love being black. I know I'm beautiful, and my heart does go out to people that are darker than me, because I know they like they have it worse than me. So yeah,
I feel like it could go both ways though, because, well, just speaking, because my mom is very light, like, she's lighter than Jazz, and she told me, like, when she was growing up, like, she was in elementary school, like, she was surrounded by a lot of darker girls, and she would get picked on for being the light-skinned girl. Like, I don't know, like,
that's a reason, like, going off what you said, is a reason why I kind of have really realized why I'm gonna not date outside my race anymore. Like, why I kind of have went away from it, because, like, I feel like when
you did have a boyfriend that was not
Hispanic,
black. Okay, yeah.
So it was like, I'm
not
black. Again, I just kind of realized, like, it was something that I feel like I was kind of naive and dumb to it, but like the older I get, the more I realize, like, when I ever talk to someone outside my race, I feel like they were talking to me because I was just acceptable to them in a sense. Like, oh, this is, I guess I like black girls, but she's light skinned enough. You know what I mean? It's just like, dang, like, I don't want to be like acceptable to you. Like, you just like me because like I'm light enough for you to like me. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like when I was younger, because my mom is so light, people always be like, and none of my siblings are light. Like, all of my siblings took my dad's color, so like none of us are as light as my mom, like not even close. So they'll always be like, why are you and your siblings so dark? Like, why? Like, I mean, it's genetics. Like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I just didn't get her color. Like, is that a problem? Yes, I have her face, but like, I just don't have her color. And it just seemed like that was a problem to people. Like, or it was like a question. Like, why are you not light skinned? Like, why? I mean, why does it matter? Like,
exactly. The thing about it is like people don't realize like when you favor or not. I don't want to say favor because everyone has their preferences or whatever. But like when you are basically like sending the message that lighter is better, you're acting like how the slave owners acted when they were auctioning off slaves. If you were light skinned, you were in the house. Exactly. If you were dark, you were in the field.
Yes.
So
exactly. I think it's something that white people. I think it's something that poisoned the black community. Like from back in the day, like they were like with the brown paper bag test, like all these things that like in the past, like our ancestors had to deal with. So now I feel like that mentality that like white people put into black people has poisoned our community. Until to this day, we still suffer with judging one another based off of our skin tone. You know what I mean? We're not the enemy. We are not each other's enemy.
We're all black.
And a lot of it comes from that older generation too, though, because I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day, and she did a project on colorism, and she was saying like one of the studies was like they had talked to like a group of people in New Orleans. And there was a situation where like one of the grandmothers in that house was like, she only let the light skinned kids play in her grandkids play in the front, and her dark skinned grandkids had to play in the back. And then also like I know for me, I feel like my grandma treated me and my siblings better because we're mixed. My mom's Puerto Rican, my dad's black. I feel like she treated us better and our light skinned cousins better than my other cousins. Granted, you know, she loved us all, but talking to my other cousins now that I'm a little bit older, I hear things and I'm just like, damn, like you're not aware because you just decided to see your grandma.
Yeah.
But we were like her prize and stuff like that and glory, and it just like it's very toxic. And I think what I can say is just like if you hear those things, I think it's easier just to be like, don't let that colorism shit fly. And I think guys do. I feel like guys a lot of times, I'll say cis. I don't know. I'm not gonna say all men really be doing this shit, but like just the pinnacle of beauty. Oh, like a light skinned woman with curly hair, you know, mixed girl, and it just is like that's not like the pinnacle of beauty. Like there's so many. Anybody can be attracted to anybody, but like when you look at it, like the world is so vast. There's so many beautiful people in the world, especially beautiful black people, different colors and different shades. And I think that like people's minds be so fucking narrow when it comes down to a lot of shit. I just hope people open up their minds.
And I feel like even if I just feel like I don't think that beauty should be seen per race, per this. You should never be pretty for a black girl. If you're pretty, you're pretty. It doesn't matter what race you are. And I feel like, I've never heard anyone say that a white girl is pretty for a white girl. I've never heard that a Hispanic girl. Exactly.
Oh no, I've said that before too. I have too, bro.
Like that's a pretty white girl.
Yes, I've said that before.
It's like when a white girl has rhythm or a white girl has some soul and some seasoning.
All right now, word.
Yeah.
Okay, seeing that this is our last question, I want to end it on a good note. Seeing that we're on our last question, we're going to end it on a good note. What are y'all's goals for 2021? What do you want for yourself?
I feel like I don't like making real specific goals because I just feel like anything can happen. I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Summer, you're like that though.
Yeah,
I am. Like anything can happen, but like I feel like I don't know. Just in general, I just feel like I want better for myself. Like I just want more positive energy. Like I don't want to stop letting stuff get to me. I want to stop letting people get me out of my character. Like just I don't know, little things within myself. I feel like I don't have any just specific goals. Like of course I just want to make more money always, but you know, I just want to do better for myself.
I feel like for me, I want to continue to better myself, get more like solid in like my self-love, my self-appreciation. You know what I mean? Like love Jasmine. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a big goal for me, 2021. Like just getting really comfortable with myself and being with myself and just myself. If that makes sense. Yeah.
My goals are to like basically what they said, better myself as a person, make more money, and better myself as a person.
What's your
my
goals this year is to like take my business and turn it into something that like is phenomenal, that is like no one can touch. Making sure I have all my legal things covered with that, but then just take it into the next level. Like keeping it, I'm always gonna keep it here in San Marcos, but I just want to take it to the next level and go other places with it and bring big artists.
Well, when I say hire me,
because
I made you.
I can see that for you, really.
That's what I'm just trying to do, just because I've seen a lot of growth this year. And it is crazy, even during the pandemic, I've seen a lot of growth. You see what you're capable of, but then you also just see like I see the support that people have, and it's like legit, like y'all be fiending for a fucking brunch.
Because I don't like to go out at night. I like to get home at night.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly.
I think I feel the same way.
A lot more can come out of that, going to a brunch and having a good time. Like a lot more can come from it.
And the connections that you can make at a brunch.
You can network.
I feel like I've met so many people through the brunches. I feel like that's one thing I'm grateful for. Like I met a lot of people freshman year, like when you're new on campus, and now like the first thing I went to was all black people. I was like,
I know y'all thought this is what Texas State is. Yeah. What's your goals?
Okay, my goals have always been like really private to me, just because like I don't like to speak on things until they're actually in fruition. So with that being said, my main goal is just growth in every aspect of my life, and including this YouTube channel. Yes. So tell your friends to tell your friends to tell their friends to
like,
subscribe. But yeah, I just
Mm-hmm.
really want to grow like financially, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, religiously, all of that. I want to like look back on me now and be like, wow, like I came a long way. Yes. So this time next year, I need to like really see like, who.
And if you don't beat yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
because we're in weird ass times, y'all. Like,
but I want to say something though. Like, we're in a weird time, but the amount of people who started businesses, the amount of people who took their hobbies and ran with them and now are making like 6 figures, the people who are going viral on TikTok and getting these brand deals. Wisdom is a whole model. He signed with Tom Ford. Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I would, like, yes, these are tough times, very tough. The amount of people we've lost this year is crazy, but like, I don't want y'all to think that, like, I think this should let everyone know, like, what you're capable of. I know we all said F school, like, we don't care about that, but everything else, like, we can do a lot. We can really do a lot when we have the time, and that's one thing we're not always gonna have. Like, take advantage of the time that we have, like everything being virtual. Like you're never gonna have this much time on your hands
ever again.
And I would say don't put yourself down, like to watchers everyone here, don't put yourself down if like you look at the next person, you see that they're so far ahead of your goals and you feel like you haven't done anything really.
Work at your own pace.
Exactly, work at your own pace. Like everything happens on its own time.
And you don't know what goes on behind the scenes of anyone else's
You don't really know what that person could have done to get to where they're at. You don't know their life, so you know you only know yourself. You can only control yourself. You know what I mean?
And remember, people only show you what they want you to see. You don't know anybody on Twitter. You don't. I promise you don't.
That's true as fuck.
Well, I feel like another thing for myself, like, cause I'm 20 now, I feel like I wanna, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm still really, really young, but like at the same time, I feel like I just wanna grow up more. Like I wanna just be able to do a lot more for myself. Like, even though I do a lot for myself, like I just wanna be able to do everything for myself.
And you know, if you can't do that, like again, don't beat yourself up about it. But I think the reality of it is like you have to, like, the older you get, you have to like strive for independence. Because even now I don't do everything by myself, but I'm still pushing myself to get to a position to where I can do those things by myself. And it takes time. But when you're taught a lesson, learn from the lesson. I think that's really what it is, because you look at it and you see so many people spending so much time and energy in relationships and like wasting their time on things that are like temporary, when you could be making your legacy and making shit that's gonna last for past your time here on earth.
I feel like that's another thing for college students who are watching. Like, this is temporary. You need to be branding yourself. You need to be networking. Like, these parties are very much going to end. This college lifestyle is going to end, and when it's all said and done, what are you going to, like, do you have a resume? Do you have a portfolio? Like, if all you do is smoke weed, play the game, turn in assignments late, and sit on your butt, like, where are you planning on? You know you have to leave. Like you can't. You cannot
Reminder, you have to leave.
Get a good mentor. Get a good mentor.
I want a mentor.
Yeah.
Get a good
someone
mentor.
that's in my field.
Look, find somebody that like is doing something that you want to do, and then just like be consistent in reaching out to them. But like, just talk to them, talk to people, because you never know who knows who and what they can do for you. So
yeah. And when it comes down to it, if you're broke and you need some cash, go donate some plasma.
Not go donate some
I was not expecting that.
I didn't know what she was saying.
Right?
I just like stay true to yourself. Set goals that you think are obtainable. Like it's better to set your short-term goals and then have your long-term goal. Like don't be like, I want to be a lawyer and that's your only goal. Like do your short-term. I want to make dean's list. Okay, I want to get into this college and then I want to go here. I want to make this grade. And then the last goal is I want to be a lawyer. Set the checkpoints. So you feel like you're making progress. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what happens when you feel like, oh, I'm making no progress because you only have this one huge goal, but you didn't set up the steps that
like how
that's going to take you to get there. You know what I mean?
exactly.
You can wish for something all you want. You have to put action behind the words.
Always.
Yeah, I think that like the whole like manifestation culture and speaking into existence culture is like interpreted the wrong way. Like people think you say something, like there is power in what you say. Please don't get me wrong, but like you cannot manifest something vocally and do nothing like
to actually back it.
Like what are you doing?
Tap in.
Hope y'all enjoyed this video because I know I did. Thank you, girl.
Thank you.
This is not the last you'll be seeing of Marcus Baldwin.
Come to brunch if you got a ticket.
Cause we do. Yeah, if you in San Marcos, come to brunch. Come to brunch.
If you got a ticket, you don't got a ticket.
And if you don't have a ticket, sit in your
it
car.
It ain't gonna be like none of that true kitchen shit.
You can be
you can twerk.
If you don't got a ticket.
Exactly.
Parking lot.
But yeah,
they did it.
All.
I remember they did it last year during the Mardi Gras brunch. I saw people out there parking lot
crazy.
and I was like,
Bro, you finna be a local, and I cannot wait because I would say I was here for my first year.
He really is.
Not his first year, but mine.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, I'm gonna go back to his video. I was sitting next to him.
don't say that.
You gonna tell your kids, Mommy, look at this video. Mommy was sitting next to Mr. Baldwin this video.
Back in the 20s.
Yeah, back in the 20s.
20s. Back in the 2020s.
Okay, that's all we have. Thank y'all so much for watching.
Bye.
Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe.
I'll be the outro.
Okay.
Yeah. We out.
Okay, bye y'all.
We out.